you know, all this hustle culture, self-discipline, self-improvement stuff, like, I don't know about you, but it just gets so sickening to me after a while, because I've realized that 99% of the shit that you see online, it doesn't do a fucking thing. It does not change a single thing about your life. Like, I used to get so high off of these 15-second TikTok clips or these 2-hour-long Chris Williamson podcasts. But the reality was, I just kept going back to the same old bad habits time and time again. And it's because I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't taking any action. I wasn't implementing any of the things that they said. So you, not the guys that are making the content, need to shut the fuck up. Because the guys that are making content, they're always going to make content. I'm always going to make self-improvement content. But the issue is that you need to shut the fuck up. Like, stop desperately telling everybody that you come into contact with all of your dreams and your goals and your aspirations, because the brutal truth is, no one gives a fuck about you. Everyone else has their own dreams, their own goals, their own struggles that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, and the last thing that they're worrying about is what you're doing. Like, literally, the people that you tell all of your goals and aspirations to, 5 minutes after you walk away, the reality is that they've probably forgotten about it. And now all you're left with is this watered down version of your future reality that you want to build for yourself, because you've spilled it out to everybody that you come into contact with. So just shut up, stop talking, and just work. Like, I'm literally shooting myself in the foot telling you what I'm about to tell you right now, but you have everything inside of you in order to accomplish all of the goals that you want to accomplish in your life. You're not going to get it from this video or a podcast or a TikTok clip or an Instagram reel or a YouTube short. None of that shit. Everything you need is found within you, and that is all that's to it. Now, obviously, people like me and other people that make content, I'm still gonna give you all the lessons that I learned along the way. I'm still gonna give you all the lessons that worked for me in the past. I'm still gonna remind you of all the simple things that you inherently know but you just forgot about. But the reality is, all the answers that you're looking for are found within you. I can't tell you how to find your purpose or what that purpose is for you, because I don't know. But what I do know is that I found mine through isolation and deep thought, spending hours upon hours figuring out more about myself, who I truly want to be, and what I truly want out of life. And anyone that tells you that there's a quick and easy 5-step process to figuring this shit out is just brutally just lying to your face. But what I can tell you is that you have nothing more to gain or lose from this moment right now, because everything that you desire, everything that you fear, all the obstacles that you have to overcome, and everything that you want to achieve in this life is found deep within your soul. There's no 5-step process. There's no 3 secret hacks to figuring this shit out. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes a lot of time spent alone with your own thoughts. But as long as you understand what I just told you, and you have faith in yourself as well as faith in God, life just becomes so much more beautiful, because you begin to love to enjoy the process of becoming the man that you have always wanted to become. Because your success ultimately isn't determined by what you receive or what you obtain or what you achieve. It's determined by what you find out. Because, for example, you could be put in an unfortunate circumstance and you can still find success in that circumstance. Conversely, you can be put in a convenient situation where you think everything's all sunshine and rainbows, but you can still fail as a result of that convenient situation. Because for me, in August of 2021, I broke my foot and I was in a boot and I couldn't walk for 10 weeks. And we were still at the tail end of COVID during that time, so I couldn't walk anywhere. I couldn't go anywhere. I was still addicted to vaping and drugs and alcohol and porn and video games and all of these different things. And I also became 30 pounds overweight during that time. So you could say I was in an unfortunate circumstance, but during those 10 weeks, I found a vision. And that vision was, what if I didn't just survive during this period of time? What if I came out of this period of time better than I ever was before? Like, what if I came out of this period of time in the best shape of my life? What if I learned how to effectively communicate and carry myself with confidence? What if I developed a purpose and a vision for my future that inspired me and fulfilled me, and I genuinely was excited to wake up every single morning and pursue that? What if I became financially free and a successful entrepreneur? What if I started creating content and inspiring millions of people around the world? Now, granted, I'm still working on some of these things and improving on each of these things every single day so I can eventually get to my fullest potential. But the point is, it was during that unfortunate circumstance that I found a vision. I found something that made me feel alive. And it was from that point forward that I started my journey. Now, granted, it might have taken me 21 or 22 years of my life to figure this shit out. But the reality is, some people go their entire lives with never ever finding out their vision or their purpose or what they actually want to do with their life. Or on the flip side, they inherently know it, but they just never have the confidence in order to actually pursue it because of other people's opinions or societal pressure or whatever it might be. But the reason having a vision is so important is because it gives you guidance, it gives you direction, it gives you a sense of feeling alive and wanting to wake up every single morning. Because during that time, I was never suicidal, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I didn't have a reason to wake up in the morning, if that makes sense. And there is no other way to find what that vision is for you outside of yourself. It has to be found within you. And in order to do that, you have to be comfortable with being with yourself, being with your own thoughts, and having faith in yourself and faith in God that you can actually pull this off and make the transformation that you want to make in your life. You have to paint the picture so clearly and so vividly in your mind and write it down in as much detail as possible and literally immerse yourself into it, like genuinely become obsessed with it. Who do you truly want to become? What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to look like? How much money do you want to make? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of house do you want to live in? What does your wife look like? How many kids do you want? And over time, your mind is just going to naturally start coming up with the solutions to all of these problems and the solutions to all of these answers and these questions that you're asking yourself. And on a long enough time frame, I don't know how long it's going to take for you, but for me, it took about 1 year of serious dedication. But over time, that picture in your mind, it won't just be a figment of your imagination anymore. It'll become your life.